Wait, what? Wait, this is standard victory? Welcome to game 3, Hera versus ACCM in the SuperDr4ft semifinals. Vikings for Hera, Armenians for ACCM. No secrets here. I think everybody knew what these civs were going to be for this map. And we'll see what both players can do here. Now, ACCM is pretty good on water maps. I'm going to say it that way. ACCM has impressed me rightly and justly many times on water maps recently. Hera still plays them great, but hates island maps. So even though he's really good on them, I do think it gives the psychological edge a little bit to ACCM. Vikings versus Armenians is a pretty interesting matchup. I think Armenians are generally better, but if you can mass up a solid amount of longboats with the Vikings, it's kind of hard for any other civ to deal with that. So I'd expect to see ACCM try and take control of things somewhat early, try and stop Hera from massing up all those longboats. But we'll see. Maybe llama. So I had this issue yesterday, and we've got more mooing llamas. I feel like I've what's that that thing where, oh man, I'm gonna have to look it up. But we have time. It's Team Islands. Nothing's gonna happen for the next 15 minutes. The Mandela effect. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, I feel like that is happening to me, because I don't remember these llamas mooing at any other time that I've ever watched this game. But now they seem to moo constantly. Come on. Don't make me a liar. I know you want to moo. They've been found out. They don't want to risk their cover being blown now, I suppose. Hera already going for a dock, and it's on the front. ACCM going for the back dock. That's interesting. So that does not play into what I just said about ACCM maybe trying to be aggro. I don't think there's any world in which Hera ever, lands here, though. Especially not with the Vikings. I'd like to see it. I live for the island games where landings take place, but I don't think that's ever the right choice for Hera. Alright. Fishing ships coming out, boars coming in. And we've got a nice old classic islands fish boom into feudal age happening right before our very eyes. Hera will have more fishing opportunities on the inside strip, right? There's simply more fish here for him to take than ACCM will get around the back. So in 5 minutes time, that might be something to think about. Feudal Age is going to come in for ACCM, and it's a transport for ACCM. Let's go! Hype. I don't know if this is correct or not, but I'm down for it. Back dock into transport ship is quite an interesting one. The issue is going to be ACCM is going to go around this side of the island, and he might land right on top of Hera's base, which would not be ideal. There is still space to make it work, though, so maybe it's okay. I'm a little worried for ACCM. I guess he thinks that he can't compete with longboats late in the game. which I don't know if I agree with or not. The Armenians feel so strong across most circumstances that I don't know. Trying to take this into a land game feels a little risky. But here's the scout. Here are the villagers. You're gonna run into Hera pretty fast here. ACCM doesn't know where Hera is at all, but will scout it now. Okay. And Hera doesn't know. Hera simply does not know. He's gonna need... I don't even know if Town Watch would see this for him. It's triple dock for Hera. He's just playing it out standard, going galleys. ACCM's gonna add in a fire galley and militia. Villagers coming down here. Gotta be careful. He's pretty close to Hera's line of sight down here. What are we doing down here? We're doing an archery range. Okay. So, Hera's about to get bamboozled. He does get loom, which is nice. That would be a disaster if he skipped out on loom. But it's going to be man-at-arms with archer follow-up. Okay, Hera knows. Hera sees the scout, so he knows ACCM is doing something sneaky. He's going to try and wall around the back and start to wall out at the front. On both sides. Really good damage control. I almost feel like ACCM should have kept the scout back. Hera doesn't know where the buildings are, but just him knowing that there's a landing happening is a huge deal when you're trying to sneak. Archers are going to come out. Hera's going to find where everything is. He's now relatively full-walled. Going to be a barracks. He's going to need that and the archery range after it. ACCM can start to punch through these walls, though, with the help of the archer. Hera has not found the fishing ships yet for ACCM, but he is working his way back there. The scout is going to try and get some pokes in on ACCM's bills, but won't be able to kill them. Alright, here they come. There's no fletching yet, so the bills can wall behind this fairly easily if Hera's paying attention. That's not the place you want the house. Okay. Gets it down. Probably gonna need a couple more archers here for your ACCM. Long swordsmen coming in. Armenians get their infantry upgrades one age early, so these are about to be pretty darn strong infantry units. The house completes, it's already half dead, and Hera won't be able to repair behind this much longer once these extra 2 archers show up. Fletching would really help. As longsword comes in, the house can no longer be repaired through this damage, so Hera's gonna have to fall back and try and get a tower up. It's gonna be a spicy one. ACCM's gonna get in here. That's a villager dead. Oh, come on. He's gonna commit to the tower instead. It's kind of a disaster for Hera. He's getting archers out now, but he's losing villagers. Tower is denied. Woodline's going to be in peril. That's another villager dead. Hera is kind of in shambles here. Fletching coming in for ACCM. Hera already has it. Hera's going to sneak back to this tower. I say sneak. ACCM does see it happening. And a lot more vills are taking damage here. The tower will complete. I don't know what these longswords are doing. Holy, that pathing was atrocious. Hera's going to micro down the longswords, micro down the archers. And I think Hera's going to be okay now. Maybe. Is there anything following up here? More archers. Probably going to need more longswords too, but all of those die. Hera has found the dock. There's a demo coming out. Oh, come on, Hera. Give him the big boom. He's just going to move on. The fishing ships are still alive. They're now in the middle of the map. So Hera hasn't found any fish to snipe, and he lost 3 villagers in this landing. More archers are here for ACCM. So the pressure is not finished yet, and Hera's having to invest in farms, which feels really bad on islands. No horse collar. He's trying to get up to the castle age, but it's tough. His fish are not super efficient in the middle anymore. Having to spring for the armor. That's going to push back his age timing. He's trying to go skirms now, so I guess he's given up hope on the castle age, and he's just simply going to try and defend this landing. Going to be a market for ACCM though, and he's going to be able to click up here quite shortly once that market completes. Hera also drops the market, but he doesn't really have res to use anymore. He had to use all of his stone on this tower. He's been using gold on ships and archers. ACCM finds a snipe in the water there. But he should be able to kill this fire galley. Skirm, archer for both now. As ACCM has calmly been taking this gold. Gonna get a tower up. Actually, taking this gold is not so bad for him anyway. Just laming your opponent in a very small way. Hera does actually click up first. Only had to do a little bit of market manipulation. ACCM will be right behind him. Alright, what's stage 2 of the plan here for ACCM? He does still have these villagers on the island, which is kind of a big deal. He wants to continue the land assault in the next stage, which I think he probably does. Both players peacefully fishing close to one another. Another dock here for Hera. And at this point, Hera knows as long as he can survive the landing, he's got a really big advantage on the water currently. And Vikings get their power spike in Castle Age, right? He's going to be able to start making longboats. So he's got to feel pretty good about his chances as long as he doesn't die on land. But ACCM knows this as well. He's got the stable coming up. And ooh, double stable, so it's going to be a night flood for ACCM on land. Hera does not see this yet. 30 more seconds until the castle age. If Hera's not prepared for this switch, it could be a big deal. He's going for his own knights, Viking knights. Let's go. Viking knights are not good. They don't get bloodlines. So not really what you want long term, but I guess it's okay short term. Even getting that armor, so ACCM's knights will be quite a bit better than Hera's. ACCM also able to go for the war galley upgrade. That's nice. And a second PC for Hera. So Hera doing Hera things, says, come at me with everything you've got. I've got plenty of experience defending. Hera loves to just expand eco behind. When in doubt, boom it out. ACCM shows the knights, so the knights are here. Hera has a couple of his own. ACCM's just going to clear these houses to start with as more knights come out. Second PC for ACCM on his home island. And ACCM's going to... Man, he's just missing these fish. That would have been a big deal, actually, if he found those. He is going to snipe a fishing ship. Longboats are beginning to be produced. Now, a fortified church for ACCM. But he made sure to build the first one at home because you get the extra relic on the first fortified church you build is the Armenians. So that's very smart thinking for ACCM. Longboats aren't great in small numbers like this. They can micro stuff down. ACCM will finally lose these fishing ships, I think. 2 TCs for both players. And gonna be monks. No monastery yet for Hera, which could potentially be important. All these galleys are going to die in the back. Hera's not paying attention, loses them to the fire ships. But he has saved his fish at the front, which is the important thing. That will give him a big advantage in producing these knights. Both players really stretched their limits economy-wise. They both want the upgrades for these knights, among other things. Hera's managed to get Bowsaw. ACCM hasn't been able to afford it yet. The monks are here for ACCM, so Hera cannot engage with the knights, but can snipe with the skirmishers if ACCM isn't careful. Knights are going to punch through this house. Hera's actually going to be housed pretty soon here. Yeah, he's fine. He's building it more behind. Knights don't care about these skirmishers. The skirms do nothing to the knights. So they will sit here all day and get flanked by these skirmishers. Hera still can't engage. Actually loses a knight to a conversion there, I think. I noticed that. Skirms are tickling them? Yeah, just a little tickle. The monk says here, let me soothe your tickles. Alright. It is 12 knights to 11, so keeping things even, but those monks can really swing the tide of this battle out of Hera's favor. The skirms get more than tickled by the knights. Those skirms got tickled real hard by those knights. But they're pretty much useless at this point. Hera's actually dropping a castle right on his TC. That's not where you want your castles on islands, but oh god, it's really not where you want this castle. I don't think ACCM can deny this, but maybe he can. It's 3 monks here now. So Hera can't hang out here with his knights. Equally, the monks don't want to get in range of the TC, though. Okay. So the castle will go up. That'll at least prevent the push from here, but I think ACCM can simply move. I think he can simply go elsewhere. ACCM is housed now rather badly. Okay, he's building some at home. Hera is about to drop another castle. And I think it has to go here, right? He's so heavy on stone. ACCM says, fine, I'll take your villagers. You won't give me your knights. Still healing up these knights nicely behind. Berserk production for Hera. That's cool. I don't think they do that good against knights, but maybe it's okay. These berserks heal really fast, actually. I didn't realize how quickly the healing happens. That's kind of crazy. Maybe I need to go berserk more often. That healing's off the chain. Hera still dancing with the knights. He's masked up, still keeping pace, but the monks are a tough one. There's 4 of them here. Hera trying to dive. Okay, gets out fine. He's gonna drop the castle. ACCM can simply attack these villagers. Hera, you really need your knights in here, but you don't really want to give up 4 conversions. So again, Hera's in a bit of an awkward situation. He loses a couple villagers on the castle. He's going to lose more villagers on the farms behind. His knights are taking not a great fight, though. Berserks come in and they get converted. ACCM says, I'm the Berserker now. They really don't do very well against the Knights. There's still a lot of monks back here, though. ACCM's clowning on him. The Knights are still running rampant through Hera's eco. It's 18-3 eco KD right now. It's the 3 fishing ships that ACCM lost. Hera continues to lose villagers. He can't pay attention to all this. There's a mule cart in Hera's economy behind enemy lines. There's a lot of monks in this fortified church. Mangonel pops out, but right in front of the Berserk. Doesn't feel great. And these Berserks will simply heal up. Look at that healing speed. Oh my god, this knight is still killing villagers back here. Hera, please. It finally goes down to the tower. He killed at least 8 villagers back there, though. Alright, monks are here. They want more conversions, but the Berserks really carve through them. And I think Hera's finally going to clear most of this pressure up. There are still some knights coming out of the stables, but I think ACCM's going to have to turn his attention elsewhere. He does have the villager lead by about 10, a little bit more. But the longboats, man, the longboats are so strong. Castle on the shoreline. This is the other thing. Hera was forced to go for 2 castles that don't do anything for him on water. And that's kind of important. Usually on these island maps, you want them to cover docks on the shoreline, and Hera's already 1,300 stone in the hole. Also, I don't know how relevant it is, but ACCM did lame about 300 gold off of Hera's island before his villagers died. Buildings will get cleared, though. This is a lot of wood investment, so if we go really late in this game, that could be relevant. And Imperial Age coming in for both players. ACCM's going to have about a minute advantage. And he's beginning the switch into War Galley. Armenians get extra shots with their War Galleys, so they are the best War Galleys in the game. It's double transport ship here for Hera. Hold on. Wait just a minute. Hera is cooking. He's even getting careening, so he might be about to send all the boys and girls over to ACCM's island. I mean, he's got a bunch of berserks, right? So you don't want them just sitting on your own island. Might as well send them overseas. Historically accurate Vikings. Hera's going for here. Docks are getting shot down by these longboats, and there's now quite a few of them. Machine gun longboat here, mowing through docks. That is Cilician fleet coming in for ACCM as Imperial Age hits. And okay. So after all that landing shenanigans, we're now in a full regular Navy battle. Galleon is going to come in for ACCM, getting Bracer as well. I don't know why he didn't build these docks underneath the castle. Feels like they're going to take a lot of damage over here from the longboats. He's getting full upgrades, though. Chemistry even coming in. But he doesn't have the numbers. There are so many longboats here. Elite longboat coming in. These longboats are about to rip. Hera gets the castle down on the shoreline so we can build safe docks here. Landing check-in. Berserks are ready. They're waiting for anyone else who wants to join. There are knights here still for Hera. May as well. A couple of berserks and knights running through this economy would be a disaster for ACCM. Elite longboat is in. The production just wasn't there for ACCM. He's building a trebuchet. But why? What are we trebbing? Stocks are going down for ACCM. Here comes the landing. The berserks are here. That berserk is a little antisocial. He wanted the transport ship all to himself. That's fine. I get it. It's a long voyage across the canal. Shipwright coming in. So ACCM maybe delaying his production, trying to get shipwright first. That does reduce the cost of all of your ships. So if we're thinking long term, it's important to have that in before production. Now that it hits, production begins, but the berserks are here. ACCM's going to see this now. And what in the world do you do? Oh, he has to pull this whole wood line and everything that was here on stone. He's going to lose villagers around the back here. Not all of these berserks are super bloodthirsty, it turns out. Some of them are kind of chill. Okay. They've changed their mind. So villagers starting to die. Crossbowmen for ACCM. Ooh, that feels pretty bad. Another TC to protect the stone and the wood line. That's actually kind of big. Forcing ACCM to make crossbows to protect against your leftover berserks feels really bad. Description. Okay, the knights have landed on the other side, and here come down additional stables, so really committing to those Viking knights is Hera. You're going to find a lot of damage over here. ACCM hasn't noticed. He's all in focusing over here. He's losing so many villagers. I think Hera has this. I think once ACCM realizes what's happening over here, it's going to be over. He's trying to mass galleons in the back, but he's going to be dead. Look at how many elite cannon galleons Hera is rocking here. There's 10 of them on the field. Say goodbye to your relics. Say goodbye to your houses. And anything else that's near the shoreline. The Zerks get cleared up, but the Knights are here. ACCM has to drop a panic castle in his economy. That's not what you want. Buildings evaporating to the cannon galleons, and just more and more stables here for Hera. Might end up seeing, if this goes long enough, Viking light cav here for Hera. Look at the res too. Both players have quite a lot of res, but more castles. But that's just going to go down to the cannon galleons, right? I think. Maybe they can't range it. I don't know if ACCM's done the math. Hera drops another castle on his other shore. He's got the galleons massed up decently, but it's 50 elite longboats for Hera, and it just kind of feels like the Vikings are unstoppable at this point in the game. They're full teched in. There it is. Viking light cav. They don't get bloodlines. They don't get the last armor. They don't get Hussar, but Hera's going to make them anyway. Composite bowman. Chad move for ACCM, but I don't think it's going to work here. Builds do get cleared up, but stables are already down, most of them. And what in the world do you do against this navy? Even if you clear up the landing, how do you deal with this navy from Hera? This is nice. Hera doesn't notice this, so that's potentially about 20 longboats to go down. He does notice now. Longboats, very easy to micro. They're very fast. They fire fast. But I think ACCM does win this with the Armenian galleons. Disengagement on the other side, not so much. Hera's down to only 30 longboats, so he lost 20 of them. Okay, that's good. That's really good for ACCM. Dramens, full Dramen production. Let's go. Also, demolition ship doesn't even have heavy demo, but it's fine. Armenians have better demos generally, so they'll still be pretty good. How did Dramens do? My experience is that Dramens are very underwhelming in ship-to-ship combat. That's my experience with them. Maybe I'm using them wrong, and I will say the longboats stack up here very nicely for some big shots. So of all ships to use them against, maybe the longboats are the ones. I mean, this castle's going to go down to the cannon galleons, but Hera's landing will get cleared up eventually by the Trebs and the ranged units. Viking-like cav turns out not to be super strong. I guess they're not as bad against the composite bowmen because losing the last armor doesn't matter, right? A forward castle for Hera on ACCM's island. And we're gearing up for our last fight here. Well, potentially our last fight. If ACCM loses this fight, I think it's going to be the last fight. Oh, the galleons are getting destroyed by these cannon galleons. Also the Dramens, no. Okay, they somehow miss all of that. Oh, I want a juicy shot on these longboats. That's all I want. Just get a juicy shot before the end of the game. The cannon galleon's out of position here. ACCM's gonna snipe a couple of them down for free. That's pretty nice. Okay, ACCM trying to spread out his formation. It's a wonder! Wait, what? Wait, this is standard victory? I didn't even know that was a thing in this tournament. Hold on. Let him cook. Wait, elite composite bowman. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Hera's dropping archery ranges to try and take back the land. Bogs Vigar coming in as well, but the Trebs are still picking away at these production buildings. Hera's losing on water. The cannon galleons are all dying. The longboats. Let's go! Those are the shots I wanted. Oh my god. What in the world is this game? Hera loses all of his longboats. It's full skirmisher production. Okay, Hera's got the landing prepared though. There's 5 trebuchets here. They're gonna have to take out this castle first. Then they can move on to the Wonder. I can't believe ACCM is building a Wonder. What in the world? This is my favorite game. He's losing the Trebs. Oh, hit the transport ship. Aw, man. That would have been a huge play. The Treb's gonna go down on the other side for ACCM. Okay. So now what in the world? It is Onager coming in for ACCM. This Wonder is getting close to completing. Bombard tower defense with Onagers and Trebs. The Skirms aren't going to do that well against the Onagers. And if ACCM can keep looping his navy around here, he could clear all this up. Could clear this up too. Okay. I legit didn't even know that you could win this way in this tournament. So that's really nice. I wonder if Hera knew that you could win this way in this tournament. ACCM's going to lose all of his base up here, but this Wonder is all that matters now. Going to complete, and 200 years is all the years that it takes. The Treb's actually getting really nice shots on these Onagers. ACCM has to be careful. These Trebs can almost range the Wonder from this castle now. Also Rams coming in. I don't think ACCM is going to be able to hold this off. I hate to say it, but I don't think he will. ACCM's going to lose all of his navy. He's not paying attention. This is all of ACCM's focus right now. The Wonder is not rangeable from the sea, which is important. Good shot with the Onager. Good shot with the Trebs. Onager gets another decent shot before dying. There are more galleons here, and they're sniping Trebs down. That's 2 Trebs down from the Navy. Big brain plays from ACCM. I've never wanted a player to win a game more than I've wanted ACCM to win this game right now. Also, I don't think I've ever seen the Armenian Wonder. It's actually really pretty. The little, like, thing here in this tower. Really nice. Here come the Rams, but Rams versus Onagers is not great. A huge shot on those Berserks. But the Trebs are hitting the Wonder. ACCM, you have to get out there. Please, no. You've got to move your Onagers forward. Rams are going to go down, but it doesn't even matter. Get out there. Oh, there's no res to repair. He needs a shot right now. Hera actually tasked away from the Wonder with those Trebs. Hold on. I think he could have killed the Wonder if he had actually shot it. Skirm's going down. ACCM needs gold, but I don't know if he even has a market left anymore. I don't think he does. Oh, he does. He has a market somewhere. So he buys more gold to repair this Wonder. There is another Treb out here for Hera. And the Light Cav are going to start sniping down ACCM's Trebs. Hera's going to lose this castle, but it's GG. The Wonder goes down to the Trebs. Ah. What a game. I can't believe that ACCM went for a Wonder victory. The ironic thing is, I don't know if he needed to. He had just won water. Did he need to go for a Wonder victory there? I appreciate it. I like that he went for it, but I don't know if it was the best idea. Oh boy, alright, well, that is an eventful Islands game if I have ever seen one.